go.
Good morning, guys. Today, Susie and I decided to take a little trip today. We didn't go very far. We're here in Elkton, here at the Cecil County Art Council. On Wednesdays, they do what they call Artists in Action. So hopefully we'll get to see some artists doing whatever type of art that they do. The Art Council is 43 years old. I didn't realize it's been in Cecil County that long. It started in 1977. So we're going to go on in, find Miss Anne Marie, and see what's happening on the inside.
Don't forget, Shirley, we got a guest today.
Yeah, we do. We do have a guest.
What do you plan on doing?
What do I plan on doing today? What Shirley and Susie tell me. Word to the wise. Word to the wise.
Okay,
Keeping me calm.
I stop. I'm going to stop it.
Inside the Arts Council, we're going to speak with Miss Anne Marie. She'll tell you more about the Art Council and what they do and how they operate.
Well, thanks for touring our facility. We've been in business for 43 years. We've been in this building for about 30 years. The part you're standing in now was built in the late 1700s, and then the additions were added in the 1960s. We have a rotating exhibit space where every first Friday all the work is brand new. Every first Friday we have a reception with live music, food, and drink. And it's an opportunity for artists to display their work, but also to sell their work and then get hired for commission work as well. This is a father and son show. They are tattoo artists. They are also musicians. And they have the tattoo shop on Main Street. It's the first time we had a father and son show exhibit. We are a re-granting facility, so we receive money from the county sometimes and from the state, and then we help spread that money out to organizations that otherwise wouldn't have an opportunity to make art experiences for the community.
Okay, go ahead. Why are you going in front of me?
There's Walter.
I remember taping Walter.
We may as well give him credit because he was going to say hi.
Yeah.
Okay, and
Get a picture of that dog on the door.
Oh, that's fine.
This is Felicia's artwork.
yeah.
That's Mrs. Felicia.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Ah. I don't know what's happened here.
We raise funds for students to continue their studies in the arts. We give scholarships.
Mm-hmm.
We do waterfront concerts along different towns in Cecil County.
I remember doing all of this.
We
It is
have,
still on, isn't it?
we have poetry groups that come and meet in the space. Every Wednesday, artists come and use the space. This is year round. Minus virus.
Yeah, the unpredictable.
So earlier, they were artists that was
Yes.
doing
Yep.
it?
Actually, the last one is just packing up now.
Oh, well.
Sometimes we have one, sometimes we'll have a dozen. We never know who's coming, but there's no rules.
Oh.
They like the lighting and the space, and it's kind of easy to make friends. And sometimes an artist will get frustrated and they'll say, "What am I missing?" And it's like free art tips between each other. And
Just communicating with
Yeah.
other artists.
Yep. somebody says, "Put a little more highlight by the eye," or turn it upside down and make the light different, and then they'll figure out what they're frustrated with their piece.
Now, are you an artist?
I have painted. When I put work in the gallery, I usually use my pseudonym. And for me, it's free criticism, which they wouldn't share with me if they knew it was me.
Yes. Yeah.
So I have a.
Yes. Okay. Cool.
When I first started working here, I put my paintbrushes down because I'm like, oh, I'm surrounded by very competent artist, and I'm just self-taught messing around, but
Can we see the log cabin?
sure.
We missed that.
Missed that one too.
The oldest building in Elkton, built in the late 1700s. If anybody wants to research it, they called it Reverend Duke's School for Boys. It's in a little need of repair right now, so there's fundraising efforts going on. They actually found some experts that work with logs that are that old, so they're not going to replace them, they're going to boost them. They inject some sort of material to re-secure the logs, and then they'll redo the
Keep them
footers.
strong.
Yes, yes.
And the brown building's going to be a
That will be a little farmer's market and an old-time general store, which pieces, the counter, the old register, like all the things they would need are in this building in storage.
they need to dress to them.
I think they're going to put glass doors and have all, the lighting will be good. It'll be a go-to place year round. They'll have fun things for kids like at Halloween, at Christmas. Santa will be in here. We have grand plans to make this end of town a destination besides just art, history, and then things for people to do, things to see, things to buy.
They have a garden out there. They have herbs on one side and flowers on the other. People volunteer and keep the weeds down.
Oh, we love our volunteers.
Sure does help.
That's a big job, yes. And when we started garden, that was once grass, and we thought it would be a really fun idea, and we rototilled it up. We did one half, and then we did half that to the back, and then we did the whole other side, and oh my goodness.
A lot of work. Right.
Thanks for taking our tour.
We loved it. I mean, I didn't realize everything that you have.
That's the best news when somebody says, 43 years in business, and people say we never heard of the organization and don't know what we offer to the public. And I mean, we take art camps into neighborhoods for kids. We've taken art experiences to the inpatient veterans at Perry Point. We've had photography classes where we provided cameras and the instructor. We just do good deeds.
Yes, you do. You do great work. And I'm sure that artists appreciate being able to show their work, to exposure,
Yes,
exposure, yeah.
yes.
Yeah, that's why I want to get David Wells up
Yes.
there on Wednesday.
Oh, if anybody, and we've had one of the stories I like to tell the commissioners when we go, to see if we can maintain funding levels. There was a man that came in on a Wednesday, and he and his buddy came in, and I lost track of them for a couple of hours, and Mrs. Felice was here. And they made buddies, and she shared some tips, and he left probably 5 hours later, and he said, I was going to commit suicide today. He doesn't know why he turned in, why the day, the friend he made, the art supplies. He still comes in and visits. And some of my community service kids, I had one, he came back with his mom. They can't find a lot of places to do their community service, especially if it's court ordered.
Right.
He came back with his mom. He went on to be a diver for the Navy, and he still comes back to visit. This is 10 years. And he made better decisions.
Right.
And we gave him big responsibility. We had him work on the first Friday, and that's about 100, 150 people. You sit, you greet, you guide them, sign in, thank them. He did, and cleaned the gallery, and he got up 3-4 times, took the trash out. He was so grateful for the opportunity.
Well,
And
he's
didn't know.
seen a different world.
Different
There's a
world.
whole different
Yes.
world to him. And what are those Fridays? What are the Fridays?
It's every first Friday.
And it is.
It's a reception for artists. It's a brand new show. We have a different featured artist year round, a different musician, and then anybody, any age, any skill level. This is a safe, welcoming place where you won't be picked for it's not good enough or it's not fine art. is an exposure opportunity, and it's led to things for all kinds of people. I mean, some people say they're crafts, but that's fine art. That lady made that board, drew that crab, put the handles on. That's fine art.
Yeah, it's art.
This is done by our UPS driver.
Oh, really? UPS driver.
And Walter sings free of charge.
Now, you said they were in Elkton.
Yes,
That's
right on
great.
Main Street, Tidewater Tattoo.
Oh,
The
okay.
father and son.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Very talented.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
The son is now 25 and is on our board of directors. His dad was once on our board of directors. And here they are.
Oh,
and
when
was
he was
like
younger.
8.
Okay.
Oh,
So that's the father
how cute.
and son.
Oh, that is
His work
so
is in the
cute.
gallery.
Wow.
Yeah, oh, so that like some light there.
Okay. Well,
There
we're
you go.
gonna head outside and see the outside.
The mural with a public art piece.
Thank you.
So what we did, we had an artist drawing,
Are you rolling, people?
I'm rolling.
sketch this piece out in like black and white, and she did a sample, like her vision of it, which was kind of the way the flowers would be in real life. Then what we did is we made these panels, we traced it all, and gave people the paints. So on a first Friday, you could sit back there with your kids, whoever, which is why some of it is wacky and some of it is exactly as it should be. So we left it. Nobody touched it up, and then we framed all the individual panels.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Oh, wow.
That's cool.
It is.
And you can see all the different styles in there too.
So when you came in, you picked like, somebody's like, oh, I want the daisy, I want the sunflower. Well, the artist that needed, she wanted the turtle, so she got the turtle. But you see how some of the like daisies aren't right, but that's what that person felt like doing.
You really can see all the different styles in there.
Yeah, I mean, I like the idea of dividing it up and let
I do
everybody do their own.
I
Yep.
love that idea.
Yeah.
See the different, from
It
the
was
different
fun.
artists.
You could finish your channel because it's big
I think we found a new
in
baseline
the
project.
night, you know, like during the event. So it took some people an hour, and some people hung out there all night long because we had State Line came and did a tasting, and we had shrimp and oyster guy come, and we had the regular food too. But it was just a really big fun event.
Wonderful.
And the overgrown mums that need to be trimmed, I know. But these are so beautiful. In the spring, this is all tulips and daffodils and those guys. And then in the fall, giant colored mums. The boxes we put together, we had a local artist paint the stones and the outsides of the boxes. There's always some sort of public art thing going on.
That's wonderful. We need more of that in our lives.
So this corner, what is that?
They mean nothing. They were dumped here. One is like the stone from a school. The Historical Society can answer more intelligently. But these are Indian carvings that were also deposited here. They're petroglyphs. They were, my understanding, by the Conowingo area. They belong to the Maryland Historical Trust. The Historical Society is trying to get some sort of cover to protect them because the carvings are disappearing.
They are. Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, look at this one. So they're all slated to be moved and preserved.
Okay.
And again, nothing is cheap or free.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, that's true.
yeah.
But if you Google that, it's amazing how many people drive. I had a guy come from New York, people from Pennsylvania that know they're here. They came to see these. Oh
Wow.
my gosh,
That's
I had
so
no idea.
cool. And you can still look at that. You still have the deep sun on that one.
It looks like a summer phase. It's hard to.
Somebody put them on
Yeah.
brick and put concrete on it.
Yeah, I've heard about those in Colorado.
Yeah?
Library, it's all kinds of books. We try to put something for kids and adults. And this is a memorial to a guy who volunteers a lot here. His wife loved this place, so when she passed, he wanted this built in her honor. This is her favorite style house. And we put art supplies, we put like crayons and all kinds of stuff. Then he comes and fills it, and people come and take a book, leave a book. So it's just another cool thing.
Like every inch of this place has got a story.
Don't get me started. We'll be here for hours.
Right?
The Elk is going to be redone. We have an artist who wishes, had we known that we were going to all be shut in, we would have had that lived inside. And she has a drawing of the picture of the speaker. It's going to be really big. And you know, ordinarily she'd be here today. She sent me a text this morning. She's on my
We were just talking about.
just opened up. You can't miss it. She was here last week. Oh, this will be.
Oh, I
So
love
that's
that.
our logo, and he has like garden legs.
That's really cool.
Oh, that's
Future
cute.
elk.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Enjoy, like hang out, come back in, whatever you want to do.
Yeah. So there's a lot of that stuff too down there. Windows.
And these flowers, are, every one is from my mom's garden. She was a volunteer here, and when she went to heaven, my dad thought it'd be cool. And I asked permission. This is a county property, and I asked permission, and the guys were so grateful because they used to have to lift a mower to grass. Now, is there a happier garden? And my dad tends to it periodically. But it's the way she would have liked it, and it's the way he envisioned it, because it's so grown that you don't have a lot of weeding.
Okay.
This is some of JP's.
For real?
Yeah.
What does this mean? He took pictures and.
This photography.
Oh.
So some of this work here, guys, these are from JP's. JP has his work hanging.
Wow.
Last year he had an art show.
Oh, that's something.
This is JP's work.
Wow, that's pretty good. What is it, JP?
JP's great. Take the simplest things.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. That is cute.
Okay, we're gonna go in. Are the lights on now?
I'm up, Shirley.
Hi guys, we're continuing on. Is our lights up? They're working on it.
Okay.
We're gonna go and look at some vintage clothing.
Wow.
So, can I ask Emery, can any artist come in and show their,
They can.
Work
They can.
or-
There's only 2 shows a year. The juried show is juried. So not everything that comes in is selected by the juror, and we get an out-of-state juror every year to pick the show. So we put all the pieces in the back. We leave, so we can't get accused of influencing anybody. We hide the names with either a post-it note or they're on the back. The juror comes in and visions the show, and then we hang that. So the surprise to the artist is what got made for bragging rights, what made the show. And the other show is a photography show. But even that, any photographer, and it can be digital, it can be Polaroid, it can be, I've had sofa-sized pieces come in.
okay,
Otherwise, if it comes in the door, we hang it.
but it has to be a Cecil County artist? No? Okay.
We're predominantly representing Cecil County, but
Okay.
obviously we have Delaware
Okay.
come in, Harford County comes in, Kent County comes in. Pennsylvania, I have a lady from Media PA that enters work.
Okay.
But it's predominantly Cecil, but we don't ask, you know, it doesn't matter. Any age, I've had children, like littles, and I've had 90-year-old children. Each show has a featured artist, like this is the father-son show. There's other things were just from the regular members. There's usually a theme, but that doesn't mean that that's a rule. Like we had a show that was all trees. Trees was the theme, but I had somebody enter a work of a painting of their car. But to them, there was a tree story. Like it had survived a limb falling on the hood.
Gotcha.
You know, like we just never know. So the shows are always
Okay.
interesting. That's right.
Beauty of art.
That's right. This is about as bright as little gas. So they rotate the
That's a
shows
John
out.
McCall hat right there. Yeah, John McCall hat. There's a John
It's,
McCall hat.
you know,
Look at them
the
big
last one was
shoes.
a baseball
goodness.
outfit.
And skinny ankles.
The whole thing will come down
Yeah,
to
they're
the
all
World
skinny.
War
Mm-hmm.
II thing.
Wow.
We just never know.
Where do they find all this stuff?
They got a brilliant team.
Yeah, they do.
They got a lot of reach in the county. Some of the stuff it's always got a Cecil County connection. So like these were clothes from Cecil County Inns. The baseball thing, they had pictures of the players, like so-and-so's grandpa or whatever. But it's always got a local theme and
These shoes.
yeah, they
And they're
don't.
all skinny. Look how skinny they are. My lord, my bunions would.
Oh my goodness.
These teeny little
I
things.
know. They cinch the heck out of that on there, something, right? Oh!
Everything's so small.
Wow, so I am so glad we got past this in the fashion world. Cinching the waist. Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
My butt would rip in there.
Imagine trying to do our job,
No,
with
no,
the little
no.
bustle and all that.
No,
But
no.
isn't it beautiful?
Wow.
Look at their shoes, those are
Everything's so skinny. All these shoes.
Mhm.
Look at that.
I don't think I could even fit in this.
No, that's a coward.
Oh my.
Did you go there? The brick meeting out there?
Not
There's
yet.
there's an old church behind my house. It's 1700. It's a Quaker church behind my house.
If you're interested, everything on this table these tables are free. So if anybody wants to grab something or take it to your gang.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, is this a replica of the, that's not out there, is it?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I do see the
Just
upstairs one.
interpretation, but yeah.
It's a
And that
birdhouse.
will be, I'm pretty sure that's gonna be auction, they're gonna do I think it's gonna be on auction. Well, feel free. See, that's one of their fundraisers, a basket of stuff. I know this is gonna be your raffle and.
That's one of my go-tos for fundraising. You know. So neat. Yes. Do you have one that I can take artist?
Yeah, because I think that's how I did it. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Wow. So would it start from 1860 on?
1830.
1830?
This is 1830.
Oh, okay. Let me see.
39.
Wow.
This is.
So it's all the fashion that it was.
Yeah.
he would not. He had to find the cause himself and he would make one donate them. His sister used to be one.
This looks like the green dress that's out there, doesn't it?
Yeah, know something.
And it was for our fundraiser, and I was so busy. I've been on it, and I lost it, and I was devastated.
You lost the.
I lost it
1818,
because
huh?
I was doing stuff.
Oh.
And I know the guy that has it.
You should, did that kids on the back, I'll be inspired to do one of this for you.
Now, I wonder what year is this? 1920?
1940s.
I know, right?
This
Study
here is
about
the
it.
60s.
No,
But
That's
they
the
got into
40s.
this one.
And the 30s are up there.
Wow.
So cool.
But ordinarily, people come in and they do their genealogy. They have a lady that's like a wizard with that. They do like research all the old archived newspapers, all the old Cecil Leagues, high school yearbooks. People come from all over, even other states, and do research in here because they have quite the hookup. And there's like a volunteer person that's skilled at different things.
Right.
Some of these books they have were written in the 1800s. I mean, there's just such a rich treasure in this building, and then eventually it'll be open to the public. That's another museum space. All of it's being renovated. There's a military museum that's being renovated. So probably in 2021, this is going to be a whole new destination for people.
We'll have to come back. Come back.
Okay, you ready? Get set?
Okay, guys. I've really enjoyed this. There's a lot to see here. A lot to see, a lot to do. It's open to anyone. Anyone can come here on Wednesdays. They have their, what did I say it's called? Artist in Action. Big, small, professional, beginners, it doesn't make any difference. Come here and show your talent. They are open on Wednesdays for this Artist in Action is 10:30 to 2. But the Art Council is open Monday through Fridays, 10 to 4. And the first Saturday of the month from 10 to 2, unless it's a holiday or inclement weather or whatever. But you can go online through the monthly calendar. They have special events all the time. You can come here and volunteer. There's a lot of things that you could do to volunteer here if you're looking to do some of that. But I enjoyed it. You can play music here, anything you want.
Oh, definitely a trip worth making. Definitely.
It is. It's really nice. I've enjoyed it. I didn't realize there was so much here. So
Every inch of this place has got a story and history.
and it's free. Get the free part.
I hope so. Go ahead. You gonna say goodbye?
Okay, guys. So remember, everything here is free. Come spend a few hours or the whole day. It doesn't make any difference. But we're gonna head back to work. Hope you enjoyed and see some things that you didn't know was here in your own county.
Yeah.
So we'll see you later next time.